Hello! Happy February. I hope everybody's Januaries were good and you kind of got that New Year reset that I know I needed, so maybe some of you did too, and I hope you got it. I think I did. Yeah, it was a good month. This is how I do my photos, by the way. I printed off some new ones just for this, so I figured I would kind of show you guys my procedure for printing them on sheets and chopping them up and whatnot. Yeah, it's pretty simple. But what was I going to talk about? I don't know. I started school again. It's the spring semester, or more like the winter semester, because I live in Minnesota and we have 6-month winters. And it just got really, really, really cold here. Like, the high for next Wednesday is like -14 without wind chill. So maybe we'll get school canceled. That would be nice. I don't hold out much hope though, because they don't do that very often around here. But yes, just to prove my point, what I was going to talk about before I said that was that I have been super, super forgetful. I don't know if this is like a phenomenon for, getting back into a schedule like this, but this one class in particular, I just have no idea what I'm doing. I did a 1-page response paper and I gave it to her and she's like, "You didn't need to do this." And she's like, "Well, I'll read it anyways, like, that's funny." And I was like, "What? I didn't need to do this?" So that happened. And then today I read the wrong article for class. And that was fine, because I just annotated the one I was supposed to have read when we talked about it during class. But I just feel like I'm constantly trying to catch up in everything, because I'm doing a lot of stuff right now. I'm in 4, 5 classes right now. 4. Yeah. And they keep having these like late nights and early mornings and doing homework throughout the day. And I just have to figure out how my bullet journaling fits into all that again, now that I'm not on break and I have to do things that other people tell me to do instead of stuff I want to work on. Which basically, what I'm trying to say here is that I keep getting very, very behind in my daily pages, and then sitting down and saying, okay, I'm gonna quick journal about what I did on the past 4 days. And it's not that I'll have missed completely the 4 days, it's just I won't have finished writing stuff down. So I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna quick finish these 4 days, and then I'll have this mad dash and get caught up in it, and then I'll get behind again the very next day, because getting caught up in my bullet journal meant that I got behind on my writing schedule or whatnot. Yeah. Homework. I've been pretty good about the homework, except for the forgetting to, reading the wrong thing for class, but I was still kind of responsible. I read something. It's just the wrong thing. How are you guys doing? I'm feeling a little frazzled. Yeah, I think frazzled is the word for it. Just trying to get my bearings again now that I'm back here and my schedule has changed again. So I was trying to channel some kind of calming blue things for my February setup, with that blue bubble and the crystals and the paper and the thing at the bottom and the key sticker and the sparkles that I'm going to put in the background in a minute. And the sparkles are very fitting because, again, like I said, it is a polar tundra here right now, and it's only going to get more glacial the next week, so that'll be fun. It's really pretty, it's really sparkly, it's really cold. Sorry, I feel like I'm talking about the cold a lot, but I am very cold. And it's not just that I am uncomfortable because I'm cold, it actually like hurts my back quite a bit because I have, like metal all through my spine, and so I get that those kind of arthritic pains when the temperatures fluctuate, and I'm definitely feeling that right now. I've been taking Advil all day. But you know what? I'm lucky it's been a lot worse than this before, so I can tolerate this. And at least it's not hot, is what I keep telling myself, because that makes it so much worse. Let's see, what else can I tell you about? Okay, I was wondering a little bit how you guys like this more. I feel like I've been doing it for a while now, but I'm just kind of wondering what the consensus is. You guys can tell me in the comments what you're thinking, how you like the more kind of chatty stream of consciousness thing versus me just telling you what I'm putting down on the page. I kind of prefer this because you guys can see what I'm doing, and I feel like you don't need me to tell you too, but maybe you prefer that. But I'd rather kind of just sit here and ramble about life because I feel like that's a better time capsule. Especially since it's so related to what I'm trying to channel for the next month. But yeah, you guys can tell me what you prefer. Not that I will necessarily, drop everything and change it, but it's just nice for me to know. I wrote a quote out here that says, "Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path." And I think that is just a wonderful thought. I found that quote on Pinterest earlier this week, and it totally spoke to me. I suffer from a lot of anxiety, so I'm constantly worrying about things blowing up in my face and having these disaster situations because I've had that happen before and have my whole life upturned, and so I'm I don't know, in my brain is oh, this happened before, so it's gonna happen again. But I love the sentiment of this quote because you can't stop the storms from coming in and blowing your life around. But just because something is a big change or, you know, kind of dark and ominous doesn't mean that it's not something that came to you to clear your path forward. So I love that quote, and I'm really, really excited to move into the month with that mindset to refer back to as I look at these setup pages. Yeah. Actually, this calendar here was the very first thing that I set up for the monthly because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for the cover page, so I decided to do this first and then come back to the cover page. And I'm glad I did. I always think it's funny when I am working in my journal to think about how the pages that I make, the way that I lay them out, the drawings, the words, everything is so dependent on that moment in time that I make it. And if I'd made it a day later or an hour earlier or with slightly different thoughts floating through my mind, it could have turned out completely different. And that's what I love about this kind of collage style of journaling, and about going into it without like a very clear, defined, drawn out plan. I just get to kind of let all the ideas happen as I do it. And even as I go back and watch it, as I make these videos, I don't know, I get to see kind of all the thought that went into it, and like laugh at myself for thinking that, you know, X, Y, or Z was a good idea. I'm pretty sure I'm about to go back and rip out that picture there. That's in the top right-hand corner. But I think the footage of the patching over was unfortunately lost when my phone died halfway through making this video, because it was out of storage space. Well, it didn't die. It just was like, I'm full, and it stopped recording. But as you may notice, I've been working on some very exciting projects. Yeah. And it's not like ready for the public to consume or have yet. You can see I'm still like working out a little bit of kinks there, but yeah, you can get a little bit excited for that. Yeah, this page is my gratitude log. I labeled my January gratitude log January instead of gratitude, so I decided to just go with it and label my February gratitude log February, because that's part of it. Yeah. So I think this is where it cuts out, but we do get to see the final product in the flip through, so sorry about that. See here I am finishing up, which I made off screen, my stamp tracker. I'm tracking physical therapy, or for me, physical therapy means doing a 2-minute plank every morning to strengthen my core and manage my back pain. And this was inspired by my friend, totally her idea, but I love it. I will link her YouTube channel in the description, along with the supplies and my like Instagram and whatever. But yeah, so that's all you missed was me stamping and putting in that photo right there instead of the one that I ripped out. And the reading log but that's just the same as always, the photo, the title, and the bar for the date, title, and author. And yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up this rambly video with a little flip through. I hope that your Februaries are all amazing and filled with lots and lots of good things, and that if you are somewhere cold, you stay warm, and if you're somewhere hot, you stay cool. Yeah, love you lots. We can chat down in the comments, and happy February.